Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Colonel Trent Brand, Commander of the 7457 Medical Operations Readiness Unit, and Command Sergeant Major Blaise Martini, welcome to today's Assumption of Responsibility. This morning, Command Sergeant Major Martini will assume responsibility of the battalion. The reviewing officer for today's ceremony is Colonel Trent Brand, Commander of the 7457 Medical Operations Readiness Unit. Ladies and gentlemen, our special guests today attending today's ceremony include Colonel Thomas McMahon, Commander Northeast Medical Area Support Group, Command Sergeant Major Julio Alvarez, Command Sergeant Major Northeast Medical Area Support Group, Command Sergeant Major Retired William Brownback. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthem and the entry of the official party.
Time, attention. Half left, face. Present, arm. Order, arm. Half right, face. Parade, rest.
From time immemorial, armies throughout the world have conducted ceremonies to commemorate the victory over an enemy, to honor their heroes, to celebrate special occasions, or to pay homage to their fallen comrades. These ceremonies add color and pageantry to military life. In the United States Army, the foundations of our present ceremonies was laid by the Continental Army. Today's ceremony reflects the procedures practiced since the dawn of our nation. Today's ceremony is derived from our Army's first manual of ceremonies, the Blue Book, written by General von Steuben. The ceremony that you are about to see includes honors to the nation, assumption of responsibility, remarks, and conclusion. The soldiers assembled before you today are assigned to the 7457 Medical Operations Readiness Unit. The commander of troops for today's ceremony is First Sergeant Nelson Parrish. The colors you see symbolize the very soul of the United States and the 7457 Medical Operations Readiness Unit, for they record the glories of the past and stand as guardian over the present and inspire in the soldiers the loyalty, duty, and courage to achieve victory in the future. In the past, colors served as a rallying point for soldiers in finding the center of the battle lines and the commander. Today's colors continue to be a symbol of the unit and the commander, and accompany the command wherever it goes, whether deployed or in garrison. The passing of the colors signifies the assumption of responsibility to the incoming Command Sergeant Major. The assumption of responsibility is a simple, traditional event that is rich with symbolism and heritage. Assumption of responsibility for Command Sergeant Major Blaise Martini. Let it be known that effective 12 February 2022, Command Sergeant Major Martini assumes responsibility as a 7457 Medical Operations Readiness Unit Command Sergeant Major. First Sergeant Parrish passes the colors to Colonel Brand. Colonel Brand now passes the colors to Command Sergeant Major Martini, the incoming Command Sergeant Major, charging him with the responsibility for the unit as the new senior non-commissioned officer. Command Sergeant Major Martini now passes the colors to First Sergeant Parrish. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Thomas McMahon, Commander, Northeast Medical Area Support Group.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
All right. So, I didn't really hear anybody. Good morning, 7457. More you.
Good morning, sir.
There we are. And as well as our distinguished guests now, because we have two now. But thank you for being here. CSM Bill Brownback retired.
Cool.
Appreciate your
Yes, sir.
support. So, I just have about 30 minutes to chat with you all. No, not really. Not really. But just a couple words here. So, CSM Martini, great first name, by the way, Blaze. That's pretty awesome. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. And, you know, so CSM Martini, you're taking the reins for CSM Helms and some really outstanding NCO leaders throughout the 7457 MORE unit. Okay? I'm going to just say that the 7457 has really helped launch the Northeast Mars G as a whole to rise to the top of the division. And I'm not just saying that, it's absolutely true. For readiness, we're number one. And I'm also going to say that truly, the 7457 has also stood up to the challenge when it comes to performing the medical mission. Medical missions, to me, supporting CSTXs, working in the troop medical clinics, doing any of our DET missions, supporting MFGI in general. You guys do a great job supporting that. This is the first MORU to be tapped on the shoulder to say, hey, we need you to mobilize at a moment's notice for the UAMTF. You guys remember that?
Yes, sir.
This MORU has done fantastic things recently, just returning from the DWIMIC mission. Anybody on that mission in this group here? You know it. Okay. And you know what? I would be remiss if I didn't say that the work that this group is also doing in support of Operation Capital Medic, it's just outstanding. And most recently, the mission where the Operation Capital Medic group supported 359 soldiers through all compos. What a fantastic thing for us to do. This is our mission. Our mission is readiness. So, I'm going to say, you're welcome, right? And no pressure, right? Because, you know, after all, I'm just going to say, the 7457 MORU collectively is, well, I'm going to say may be the best battalion structure in the division. Are you okay with me saying maybe?
No, I'm not okay with it.
Not okay with maybe? Okay, I'll give it to you. This is the best MORU in the division. I'm not just saying that. I'm gonna even go one step farther and say this is the best battalion structure in the Medical Army Reserve units. You guys do a fantastic job. And I want you to know that myself and CSM Alvarez truly appreciate it. Big shoes to fill, my friend. I'm just saying. All right, so we know that seriously the last 2 years have been COVID-19 constrained, right? No doubt about it. Here we are. But we have risen to the challenge, and I'm looking forward to actually getting back to the business of training and getting back to the business of taking care of what we do best, medical readiness. So we've got a busy, challenging, and exciting year coming up for us, okay? And I'm gonna say, I'm looking forward to seeing how you continue to help Colonel Brand drive success, set the bar for the other battalions, and I'm going to say also how you, as the senior enlisted member of the 7457, take care of the most critical assets that we have, and that is the soldiers who are under your span of care. So, thank you for taking the challenge. Even though you didn't have to say it, I'm telling you, you did. and thank you for taking, thank you ahead of time for the sacrifice that I know that you and your family are going to be making when you're working hard and long hours to support the soldiers here and throughout the states that you support. And I guess finally, welcome to the family. Thank you very much. Group, attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, Commander of the 7457, Colonel Trent Brand.
Hey, good morning, 7457. Boy, how's everybody doing? Good. I know, it's a little warm. I'm surprised. You know, I came from Michigan and it's a bit cold, probably in the 20s. I'm enjoying the sun, but I know it's hot for you guys and I'm sweating myself. So I'm not going to take too much time because really the assumption of responsibility is more so for CSM Martini. I want to allow him as much time as possible to address the unit, possibly talk about the way forward as he's assumed command. So first of all, thank you, Colonel McMahon, for being present, CSM Alvarez, CSM Brownback. I apologize, I have to look at my notes for attending and supporting CSM Martini. I know CSM Martini's family was not able to join us, but I wish them well wishes and thank you for allowing CSM Martini to accept this challenge and being our senior enlisted advisor and command sergeant major for 7457. To become the CSM for a MORU or a brigade, CSM has to go before a board, and they pick the best of the best. In this particular situation, they picked the best of the best and identifying CSM Martini to lead the fight, the charge for 7457. We heard Colonel McMahon speak very highly of what the accomplishments that collectively that we have done. And again, that was put before the board and identified, again, the best of the best for CSM Martini being identified to lead our structure in the way forward for the next, his tenure for the next 3 years. CSM Martini comes to us for about 34 years of experience. So he has a lot of knowledge, experience, respect that he carries in his rucksack. And he's going to spread that well among the NCO Corps, hold NCOs accountable, as well as the overall battalion accountable. He's going to come with some good ideas. And one of the big things about bringing on a new CSM or a new commander is that they come with fresh eyes, new ideas, and this is why there's a tenure associated with, because in a command, not that it happens, but there's a tendency that, or a probability that you can become complacent and not really see the things that are in front of you that may need to be corrected. But with CSM coming on board, fresh eyes, he can see things differently, bring new ideas, and bring some great challenges for us to take on. CSM Martini also has, he comes to us from the 84th Training Division, so he has some OCT experience, so he's been out in the fight to see that, the units that are at these training exercises. He also has some experience being in a medical MTO unit that they're doing the CSTX and not necessarily providing the real world medical support that we traditionally provide, but actually participate in those exercises, those missions that you guys are out there supporting regarding the real world. He also has some deployment experience, so he brings that to the table, again, to share that wealth, that knowledge pulled out of his rucksack to assist us in moving forward. So thank you again, CSM Martini, for, again, accepting the challenge and coming on board. When CSM hit the ground, he did send an email out to the NCOs regarding his bio, what his experience is, and also his leadership philosophy. If you have not received that, please reach out to him. I'm sure he'll be more happy to forward that to you. and talk about his leadership style and his soldiers first, and caring, and utilizing, exercising the chain of command. He has many charges in front of him, PME, medical readiness, evaluation, all the metrics items that I'm sure your leadership has talked to you about, but he has that charge and that drive to move forward with those. I had the opportunity to spend a little more quality time with CSM Martini 2 weeks ago when we had our leadership summit, and we got to talk and share some ideas and some experiences, and I'm really excited to have him on board because he's definitely going to assist in taking our battalion to the next level. Again, Colonel McMahon had talked about some of the tick marks that 7457 has accomplished, but we have nowhere else to go but up. Well, all right, so again, CSM Martini, thank you for coming on board. Thank you to your family again for allowing you this opportunity to join the 7457 War U family. Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, Command Sergeant Major Blaise Martini.
Morning, 7457. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Everybody hear me okay?
Good.
All right. Well, first of all, Colonel McMahon, Colonel Brand, CSM Alvarez, CSM retired Brownback, thank you very much. I appreciate the words and your support. Couple things. In all of our careers, we've come across leaders that have shaped who we are, whether it be leaders that we want to follow, or leader that we want to emulate, or leaders we don't want to emulate. Two of those leaders for myself were my very first NCOIC, Staff Sergeant John Wells. I'm still in contact with this gentleman, and that's been since 1988. And he shaped who I was as a soldier. He taught me how to be a soldier. Another one is CSM retired Brownback. I met him a little bit later in my career, and he taught me what it meant to be a senior NCO. Okay? So I've had some very good leaders in my time, and that's my plan for you all, is I want to be that leader for you. I want to be able to help and guide you all to take you where you're going in your career. Okay? One of my main tenets is taking care of soldiers, right? And some people, they use that as a talking point or catchphrase. Okay? Taking care of soldiers is very important to me, because if we, as leaders, whether it be senior officers, junior officers, NCOs, junior enlisted, if we take care of our soldiers, they take care of the unit, right? And that takes a little bit of stress off of us. And taking care of soldiers doesn't always mean doing what they want. Sometimes it's doing what they need to help them. And that's what we need to be. And again, that's what I plan to be for the 7457. Okay? I don't have a lot to say. I'm a person of very few words, even though I sometimes say I like to hear myself talk. But I challenge you all to do the same thing. Take care of your soldiers. Take care of everybody. It doesn't matter if they're a junior or senior. If you see somebody struggling, or if you see somebody you can give advice to or mentor, do it. Step up and do that, because you're making them better, which is making the unit better. Again, thank you all for the opportunity, and I'll meet with you all later. I'm sure I'll have a chance to talk with everybody in the near future. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to join in the singing of the Army song.
Attention.